If the thing that you desire hasn't shown up in the physical yet, I want you to understand that you aren't energetically prepared for it yet. It's a tough pill to swallow when you realize that everything around you and your entire environment is a reflection of who you are on the inside. It's a reflection of your internal state and what's going on deeply inside of there. And when I say that the things that you desire haven't showed up on the physical level, therefore you aren't ready, you aren't energetically prepared. Your nervous system isn't stable enough to handle and receive the thing that you desire. You have the thought for it. You may even have the belief, but you haven't yet allowed your physical body to step in that same energy. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your energetic frequency, aka your nervous system, all has to be aligned. They all have to be together in unison. There can be no confliction between the two. You know, when we talk about your nervous system is actually your subconscious brain. So when we think about getting triggered and you have a immediate response to something, one will want to see it on the timer, keep seeing ones. So when you have that immediate triggering, what happens automatically? You have an automatic response. So you have an automatic nervous system that responds to external stimuli. It has a memory, it has storage. And therefore, if you don't retrain, your nervous system is going to continue to live in a certain reality, in a certain environment. You retrain your nervous system by emotionally regulating. You train your nervous system by unlearning all the things that you've been taught throughout this entire lifetime that you've been living. You learn how to stabilize it. You learn how to become emotionally mature and adept. Some tactics and techniques could be meditating, could be walking, could be reading a book, could be going to therapy, could be doing breath work, could be doing yoga. Anything that is resonant with you. But the most important thing, what I'm realizing, is that you start in a state of you should sit down and sit with yourself and sit with your thoughts. Because what are your thoughts? Your thoughts are your imagination. So it's good to know, what are the majority of my thoughts being? Because the thoughts are the things that I'm manifesting in the physical. The thoughts reflect and show me who I truly am on the deepest level. When I sit there and I think all these things randomly, it shows me the reflection of my internal environment. And then I can understand, wow, this is why everything is in chaos around me, because my internal state is in chaos. It's in disarray. It's anxious. It's insecure. It's non-stable. My external environment is not stable. I'm harsh on myself. I don't give loving words to myself. It is true that how you treat yourself is how the world will treat you. Okay? So understand that in order to get the thing that you desire on a physical level, in order for it to show up, you have to be aligned in all your mind, body, soul, and spirit. It's very true. And if you're sitting here and you've been waiting, in essence, for the thing that you desire to show up physically, guess what? It's not going to show up until you're energetically prepared. The energetic preparedness is the last step into getting the thing you want. You see, if you don't have abundance currently in your life, in a sense of monetary sense, financial sense, money, and that's the thing that you desire, because you want to do certain things with that money. You want to have certain freedoms with that money. And you sat down with yourself and you've tried to be in the feeling of abundance and you just can't do it. But guess what? That it's not going to be able to come to you. If you can't sit with yourself and sit in the energy of abundance, allow your nervous system to sit in the energy of abundance. See, it's not just about us and our thoughts being in an energetic frequency of abundance. It's about letting our bodies be in the freedom of abundance. You see, if there's any doubt, if there's any lack, the body will know. We can't lie to the body. We can't lie to the mind, and you can't lie to the spirit. Because your body will continue to respond in the ways that it knows from the past. And you know what the past are? The past are the old versions of yourself that you built up energetically inside of you. That's what your nervous system is built upon. It's built on past beliefs. It's built on certain doubts, certain fears, certain worries. But if you don't reprogram that, creatively reprogram your system, then you're going to stay in the same reality. Confirmation. You're going to stay in the same reality because your nervous system is in the same reality. I want to tell you that your nervous system is the gateway to get you where you want to go. You have to think of it as the energetic highway that you need to take to get to where you're going. But if your energetic highway is not even fully paved, if the bridge is not even fully built, then how are you going to get across the lake? How are you going to get across the ocean? How are you going to get across that body of water? How are you going to get across that next thing? You can't. You can't go to the next step if your energetic body is not where it needs to be. Your energetic frequency is the thing that's going to attract the thing that you desire on a physical plane. You can't get what you desire in a physical sense to where you can see it if you're not energetically embodying the thing that you want. You have to energetically embody the thing that you want. And there has to be no doubt about it. There has to be no fears. And if there is fears, you need to be honest with yourself about it. And you need to work through that and grow through that until you can reach the state of full alignment between your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Because these things need to fully be intertwined and on the same page in order for you to manifest. Because you are a human manifesting, bringing in and calling in the things that you desire. And how do you do that? Do you do that through your creative imagination? You bring those things in through your mind. That's right. Your mind is a creative manifestation generator, and you have the power and the ability to bring anything that you desire inside. But what good is the engine if there's no wheels? What good is the engine to the vehicle if there's no wheels on it? It's not going to go anywhere. So right now I'm getting that you've been in a very void space, stagnant energy, and your car, your body, your energetic body is not moving because it's stuck in the past because it has no wheels to take it forward. And the wheels to take it forward is you transmuting the things that you have in your nervous system, changing your mindset about it, changing your beliefs about certain perspectives of the things that you desire. If you want abundance, there has to be no doubt about the abundance. There has to be no fear about the abundance, because God, the universe, the Most High, the divine cannot bring in the thing that you desire when you're emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally not prepared for it. Could you imagine if you could receive everything you wanted right now? Would you be able to 100% say you're ready for it? Or would you be scared when it came? We always love a good love analogy, right? If you're not energetically prepared for a love, the greatest love of all time, it's going to come in and you're not going to be able to know how to hold it. You're not going to be able to know how to move through the motions with it because you're not energetically prepared. So I need you to think about every single thing in your life in the exact same way. You're not going to be able to energetically hold the thing that you desire if you're not energetically prepared for it. Therefore, the universe is protecting you. The universe says that, yes, you deserve every single thing that you desire. You do. However, I cannot give that to you until you're energetically prepared, till I know that you're ready to take the path and the journey towards that. So you need to become the person who lives in that reality. You need to become and embody the energy and the feelings of the things that you desire. Because it's not the physical things that need to give you the feeling of it. You create and generate feeling inside of you. It's just outside things that trigger you to have those things. But what if, like I said in my last video, but what if I generated those feelings, those emotions prior to me even getting the thing? That means I know what is unfolding for me. I know it's already true. I know it's already part of my process. Because when I embody the feelings, when I embody being in that state, that is me, that is you telling the universe that I know and I claim the things that are mine, and I am energetically prepared right now to receive the things that I desire. Once you get in a state that, hey, I am ready to receive the things that I desire, I am ready. You embodying the energy, you having belief, you having faith before it shows up. That is you showing God that I am in a prepared state to receive the things on a physical level that I desire. I don't need for them to be here right now for me to know that they're already mine, because everything I desire is already mine. They're waiting for me to step into them and have them on an energetic level so they can show up physically. Everything you desire is already yours. Like I said in my last video, if you can feel it, you can have it. And if I feel, I already have. I am not in lack. At no points in my life am I in lack. I am not lacking. I am not searching it. I am not seeking outside of myself. I don't need something outside of myself to give me the validation that I have the things and I am what I am, because I know that I am. You are what you are because you are what you are. You understand? If that makes sense, it does. So you don't need to look outside of yourself for anything. And that's 11:11, and that's including feelings. You don't need to look, search, and seek for the feelings. The feelings are inside you. You are the generator and the creator of those feelings. They've never left you. They've never hidden from you. They've always been there. You just needed to tap back into them because you were always a part of that process of being the highest version of yourself. You've just lost a little bit of it. Just know your mind has the power and the capabilities of generating and creating your entire reality. So what I'm hearing right now is that accountability is the number one priority on your list. Accountability, softening into your nervous system, stabilizing your nervous system. A chaotic nervous system will create a chaotic environment. Your nervous system is the gateway. It's the last barrier between you and the things that you desire. If I can fully stabilize my nervous system to where I am in a calm state and I can be just at peace no matter what's going on around me, no matter what doubts come up sometimes, I can be in a state of peace. I can be in a state of bliss no matter what. That is true self-mastery. When we talk about self-mastery, I feel like the thoughts in our head are the easiest ones to overcome because those are things that we can control on a more conscious level. But when we talk about reprogramming your nervous system, that's something that requires a lot of effort. It requires daily effort, and it requires us to show up on a different level every single day. That's why I really harp on meditation, right? So when we sit in meditation, we're sitting with ourselves. And who is ourselves? Ourselves is our thoughts, our beliefs, and our feelings, our energetic frequency. We're sitting with one with God. We're sitting with one with the universe. Except we've gotten out of alignment with the universe because our nervous system is not in alignment with the universe. You know, when your nervous system is in alignment with the universe, you're in a constant state of peace. You know what peace feels like? Peace feels like love. Peace feels like bliss. Peace feels like happiness. Peace feels like joy. When you're operating in the higher frequencies, when you're operating in the higher flows of life and vibrancies of life, that's when you know you're in alignment with God. When you don't feel good, you don't feel God. When you're not feeling good, you're not in alignment. You're just not. So, as you work to co-create with the universe and you work to co-create with God, because you are one, you're not separate. The main part of this is you understanding that, you have to reprogram your nervous system. Your nervous system is your energetic frequency. I'm hearing this so deeply and I'm feeling this so deeply that I just want to shout it to the whole world because it's the key. It's the key. Because think about it. If you were to continue to respond in the same ways that you've always responded, guess what that makes you? The same version of yourself. I want to share this, and I think a lot of you should watch this show because I'm rewatching it right now. It's called Dark Matter, and I don't want to ruin it, so I don't want to get too deep. But basically, the whole premise of the show, it talks about quantum. It just talks about quantum physics, a lot of it. But if you don't know what quantum physics is, it's the study of, the microscopic particles, protons, neutrons, and electrons. And it gets into discussion about how a particle can exist in one space and exist in other spaces at the same time. And that particle can also be seen as being, alive, and it can also be seen as being dead at the same time. So it's existing, it's everything all at once, all the time. What does that sound like? So every single one of us have these particles inside of us. So in essence, we're a part of the universe, and we're existing and not existing at the same time. But to get back on track, our minds are a part of that process. Your mind you have to think of your mind as that quantum physics. Your mind is existing now, but it's existing in multiple spaces all at once. And I want to break this back down to, you're existing in this reality physically right now. But at any moment, you can use your mind to change your reality, to change your frequency, to change your state of being. Because I'm sure who you are right now is not who you were a year ago. So I want you to understand that you used your mind to get you to where you are right now. So what I need you to do is to connect your mind, connect your nervous system, connect them together and bring them to one. Bring them in oneness, bring them in unison. But work on bringing them both to a state of peace, to a state of bliss, to a state of love, and no longer in fight or flight. And you will get every single thing that you desire, because you have the imaginative power to have anything you want. Anything you want. But if you don't energetically prepare yourself, if you don't break through the energetic barrier that is your nervous system, you will never see the things that you desire pop up on an energetic level. They will continue to show up in lacking ways, not whole ways. Because once you become whole in yourself, the world becomes whole in you. It's a crazy thought. But that's going to be the end of the message for the Lighter Job. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see y'all next time on the Lighter Job. Ashe and amen. I see y'all.